Hey everybody, my name is Ninja Alex 43, and I'm going to be doing a deck build for Yu-Gi-Oh! On my Mecha Phantom Beast deck. This deck is very interesting. It involves special limiting tokens, many different ways, and manipulating those tokens to take out your opponent. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to start off with the monsters, and 1, 2, 3, Mecha Phantom Beast Mega Raptor. Mega Raptor is your searcher. What he does is he allows you to tribute 1 token, and add 1 level 4 lore Mecha Phantom Beast monster from your deck to your hand. Also, when a Mecha Phantom Beast token is special summoned, he gets special summoned another. Next, 3 Tether Wolf. Tether Wolf effect is when he's normal summoned, you can special summon 1 Mecha Phantom Beast token. After that, during your battle phase, you can tribute 1 of the tokens and up his attack by 800 until the end phase. Next, 3 Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrat. Hamstrat is your monster reborn. Basically, when the second he's flipped face up, you can special summon 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, and once per turn, tribute a token and target 1 Mecha Phantom Beast monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Next, your tuners are going to be Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion. O-Lion's effect, basically, when he's sent from anywhere, any way he hits the grave, whether it's from the deck, from the hand, from the field, he special summons 1 Mecha Phantom Beast token. Also, you can banish him and you have an extra normal summon that turn. And normal summon is better than special summon in this deck because, for example, Tether Wolf, extra normal summon gets you another token and allows you to speed the deck up a little faster. Plus, he's your tuner in this deck. Next, Mecha Phantom Beast Harleyard. He's your special summoner. Basically, you can tribute 1 token and special summon any Mecha Phantom Beast monster from your hand. Also, when a token is tributed, he special summons a token. Then, Mecha Phantom Beast Black Falcon. Black Falcon, whenever he declares the attack. So, I mean, even if he's not going to be destroyed, so the second he declares the attack, you get special summon 1 Mecha Phantom Beast token. Also, you can tribute 1 of the tokens and put a monster in a face-up defense position on your opponent's side of the field. Flip effects aren't going to be activated, so it's kind of like a fail-safe. Like, I don't know what that face down is, just flip it face up. I don't know what surprise is. And for the last of the monsters, 1 Mecha Phantom Beast Coltwing. Only running 1 of these because if you run more than that, it gets too cloggy, and the only way he can special summon your tokens, he special summons 2 when he's special summoned, but the only problem is there has to be another Mecha Phantom Beast on the field in order for him to special summon them. So that's it for the monsters. It's a pretty monster-heavy deck. But let's get to the spells. 1 limiter removal, they're all machines, staple card. Double the attack of all face-up machine type monsters. During the end phase, they're all destroyed. But if I have at least 1 Mecha Phantom Beast token, the token's going to be destroyed, not the monsters. And the monsters still keep their attack bonuses. Next up, 2 Scapegoat. Token generating, you gotta have them. It doesn't matter what kind of tokens for the Mecha Phantom Beast, as long as they're tokens. Running 2 Scapegoat, very nice. Next, Scramble. If my opponent controls more monsters than I do that aren't tokens, I can tribute my Mecha Phantom Beast tokens and special summon Mecha Phantom Beast monsters from my deck. It allows you to get combos off really quickly and allows you to exceed summon very, very well. Next, surprisingly, 2 enemy controllers. You can either change the battle position or tribute 1 of your monsters and target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and take control of it. So you can tribute 1 of your tokens, basically. I like it because it's fast, and if you're in a bind, you can just quick either take your opponent's monster or switch him into defense position. Next, 2 MSTs, back row, duh, gotta have them. Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is for O-Lion. Basically, you just send 1 monster from your deck to your grave. So you send O-Lion, get your extra token, and then from there, you can either, you can summon a Mega Raptor or banish O-Lion, get an extra normal summon. Foolish Burial allows you to do a lot of combos with this deck, and I would recommend running it if you're making a Mecha Phantom Beast deck. Next, 2 draw cards. You can either do this either way. You can either have 2 Pot of Dualities, 2 draw muscles, or like I do, 1 of each. Draw muscle, you target 1 defense position monster with 1,000 or less defense that you control. You draw 1 card, and it can't be destroyed by battle that turn. Duality, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 from your deck to your hand. You can run either of them. I like running 1 of each just because for draw muscle, sometimes I might not have a token out. And for duality, the only problem is you can't special summon, but either way, I can usually set a Hamstrat, set an O-Lion, and it's able to work out very well. Finally, Regeki, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Gotta have it. Next, for the trap cards, 2 aerial recharge. When you activate it, you can special summon 1 Mecha Phantom Beast token, but during either player's end phase, you have to attribute a token, a Mecha Phantom Beast monster, or send this card from the graveyard. This is really nice. It's just a quick token generator. Usually, I don't have this on for more than a turn. I usually use it for just 1 token, and that's it, and then I get rid of it. For the final Mecha Phantom Beast trap card, Sonic Boom. When you activate this, you token 1 Mecha Phantom Beast monster on the field. Its attack becomes double its original attack, and it's unaffected by other spell trap effects. If it attacks a defenseless monster, inflicts piercing, and after the end phase, destroy all machine type monsters you control. The only problem is, though, other Mecha Phantom Beasts, other monsters you control, can't attack when you activate this. So, I mean, it's a big risk, it's a risk-reward kind of card. Usually I get more reward with this. Next, 2 Mirror Force, gotta have it, destroy all attack position monster your opponent controls. Torrential, stop them from summoning. When a monster summon, destroy all monsters on the field. 2 Call the Haunteds, or another option that, this came out in New Challengers. I've seen this a lot. A couple people are running Oasis of the Dragon Souls. You see, Call the Haunted summons them in attack position, but Oasis of Dragon Souls can special summon them in defense position. So, I mean, balance that out. I usually use Call the Haunted because my Mecha Phantom Beasts are more offense heavy, but I would recommend just side decking Oasis of Dragon Souls just in case. Compulse, return 1 monster on the field to the hand, and Bottomless Trap Hole. That's your main deck. There's a lot of traps in this format. It's really trap heavy. Starting for the extra deck, I made these 4 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. You don't have to use them, but I mean, it's just courteous to use them. Next, because you saw the Scapegoats, 4 sheep tokens. Gotta have those. Alright, now for the XYZ monsters. For the rank 4s, 101 Honor Arc. Take one of your opponent's special summoned monsters. He can't be destroyed when he has an Xyz material. Abyss Dweller, makes so your opponent can't activate effects in the graveyard. There are no water monsters, so its first effect can't go off. Steel Swarm Roach, basically if your opponent special summons a 5 or higher monster, detach, negate it, and destroy it. It's really good for Necros, the new setup, because they have a lot of 5 or higher monsters, and Steel Swarm just negates them. Granted, he's pretty weak, only at 1900, but I mean, you're not going to use him as a heavy beater. Finally, for my final rank 4, Evil Swarm Exciton Knight. Basically, if your opponent has more cards than you do, detach, destroy all cards on the field. It's as simple as that. Finally, for my rank 7s, 2 Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosax. Stable card of the deck, detach on XYZ material, special summon 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. And once per turn, you can tribute any Mecha Phantom Beast monster on the field, destroy 1 card your opponent controls, but he can't attack that turn. Dracosax is huge in this deck. 3 number 11 Big Eyes. I run 3 of them. I mean, I don't know if you should run 3 of them, but I always like running 3 of them because it's a lot easier to take your opponent's monsters than to try to get over them. That's why I run 3 of them. It's very easy in this deck to get out. You saw the rank 4s and all Mecha Phantom Beast monsters are influenced by the tokens. Next, for my level 10s, rank 10s, Sky Palace Gangariti. His effect is 2 level 10s, detach on XYZ material, target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it, and then you inflict 1,000 damage. The only problem is he can't attack that turn. Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. Once per turn, detach on XYZ material, inflict 2,000 damage. For the Synchros, Armades, Keeper of Boundaries. When this card attacks or your opponent attacks them, they can't activate cards until the end of the damage step. Next, you've got 1 Stardust Dragon. You can run him or you can't. He's an option, but I think it's very easy to get him out with 2 tokens at level 3, 2 at level 6, and then an O-Lion for 2 more. It's very easy. If a card effect were to destroy any card on your side of the field, you can tribute Stardust Dragon and negate it, and he comes back during the end phase. And finally, for the last of my extra deck, 2 Mecha Phantom Beast Jacluzlin. Jacluzlin is huge in this deck. He just came out on this most recent, in a couple packs ago. Basically, it's 1 Mecha Phantom Beast monster, or 1 Mecha Phantom Beast tuner, or 1 or more non-tuner Mecha Phantom Beast monsters. When you special summon, you can tribute Mecha Phantom Beast tokens up to the number of cards your opponent controls in their hand and discard them. other Mecha Fan Beasts cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect when he's on the field. So if you have two of them, you've gridlocked your opponent because this one protects this one and this one protects this one. So it's very nice. And when they're destroyed by your opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, add any quick play spell card from your deck to your hand. So I mean, you saw how many quick play spell cards I had in here, and you can set a number of them, whether it be limiter removal, so that when your opponent goes to attack, double them, scramble, your choice. Thank you guys for watching. Next video, I'm going to be the next video post. I'm going to be dueling with this deck to show you guys different kinds of plays that you can use and how I would recommend using this deck. I'm also going to give a bit more of a tutorial on it and how to run them very well. This is my build. I remember a couple weeks ago, Nino Zimmerman topped in Germany with a Mecha Fan Beast deck, which was completely different from this one. His was more Synchro heavy. This is more XYZ heavy. But thank you guys for watching again. Make sure to comment if you know what deck I should do next. Like this for more decks and subscribe. Thanks.